Okay, it is now 7 o'clock, and I call the meeting to order. There's nobody here but us, so we'll go right on to, well, first, I want to add a part to the agenda, which would be talking about our cleaner, which will come in new business. And then we'll do October minutes. Entertain a motion to approve.
This is here.
Huh?
I can motion it.
Can I second my own minute?
Sure.
Okay. Sure. I'll second.
All right. So moved and seconded. Any comments? All right. All in favor of approving the minutes from October?
Aye.
Opposed?
Oh, I have to abstain because I wasn't here.
Okay, whatever. All right, then move right on. So, our treasurer isn't here, and she didn't send a report.
She sent the bank statements.
She sent all the bank statements. Yes.
I didn't see a different email with that.
Huh?
I didn't see it, the book closure report.
I didn't see anything, but because she was asked to supply the big statements from the beginning of the year, and they did come, but it was kind of late. If anybody had time to look at them, you didn't get them.
My box is disconnected right now.
Oh, well, they all came. I looked through them, kind of, but that's a lot of things to look through. You know, at 5 o'clock, I'm going like, oh. So, she
So-
sent them all.
Oh, to everybody.
Yes, I
Okay.
believe so. Looks like she did.
Yeah, she did.
So we can't do a treasury report.
Was there, like were we just looking through the bank statements for a general overview of spending month to
Because-
month, or?
Because, can I do this in open meeting? I guess so. Because we were told that, no, that,
Not
Should we do an executive session?
Huh?
for that?
see, I don't know.
Well, if we're not sure,
If
maybe
in
we should
doubt-
wait
If
until
in doubt,
after the
do
meeting
an
and then
executive.
Okay,
talk about
Yeah.
doing executive session.
go in executive session.
Yeah, if in
Who
doubt.
moves to do that?
I do.
Okay, then a
I'll
second
second
on that? All right. So,
Can we do
Oh,
it
okay.
after the video is done?
Yes, we
Because
can.
we have a time.
we'll do it at the
section, so
end.
better to
All
do
right,
it
we'll
at the
come
end.
back to that. Just have to remind me.
Okay.
Because, you know, director sent her report. We got that. Do you want to say anything?
Yeah,
in
it's
addition?
the big drama has been that we haven't had heat, and now we have heat, so now there's very little report.
I turned it up a couple degrees. I can turn it up a little bit more if everybody wants.
When
Is there a recommended temperature to be at? I mean, is it better to?
nobody has given me a recommended temperature, so
What is,
I think it's generally 68 degrees in the winter and 72 in the summer. It's like for environmental.
What kind of a system is it?
I don't know, it's brand new.
It's gas.
I don't know.
and It's
Is it a
a
heat pump?
combination.
Is it-
It's not heat pump
Okay.
because it's all gonna come through these ducts. So it comes through there. And the air conditioning's gonna come through there too. So that's why I'm wondering, because we used to like turn the temperature down at night, especially like over the weekend when we're not
Yeah.
here.
I get that.
Because it's not a lot of insulation in this building.
Can you program that?
You couldn't program it before, as far as I know. Again, it's all been updated. It's supposed to do all the things now. And generally, like when the car group and stuff comes, they crank it up a lot because several of them are older and it gets cold in here. And then we did turn it down every night. So it was kind of always going up and down before, rather than just being like at the temperature. So, I think we kind of also, we just need to learn more about like, it's a new system, you know. It should be better insulated, the building's supposed to be better insulated.
Well, I mean, if we leave it at 68 and then see, like,
Yeah,
the
if
town-
it
because the
finds
town
okay.
would tell us, okay, you just got a crazy oil bill.
Yeah,
You know, that's when we started turning down.
And hopefully when the new windows come too. that-
Yes.
Hey, Sarah. So that's good. Now, I think I put it in here somewhere, but the volunteers have been major troopers. It's been about 40 to 43 degrees in here for the last 3 weeks. It has been horrendous. Like my fingers have been literally numb after 30 minutes of working anywhere besides the space heater. So if we can brainstorm some like thing that's a little above the norm for a thank you for the volunteers, not necessarily even a gift, but a gesture or something. I feel like they were starting to drop like flies at the very end there, but they really pushed through for a long time.
What do you suggest? What are you thinking?
I haven't like thought of any specifics, just like it would be, we can all think about it, or we don't have to decide it right at this moment.
Have some mittens.
Later.
Hand warmers. I should have done that before.
It's tricky to like, to schedule something like, oh, like a coffee breakfast or something, because then everybody's schedules to get there gets hard, but I don't know if we can kind of think about as the holidays come up, maybe like, I'm very grateful that they did not all quit on me as we sat here freezing.
Well, go ahead.
No, that was mostly the volunteer related stuff. What were you gonna say?
No, did you want to finish your report?
Okay.
And this can add on later.
So we hadn't done any programs here for the last month because I didn't want to schedule anything out in the food. So we just did game night, which was a little smaller this month, but was just another good solid game night. And spooky stories was, I know that's in your thing to talk about more later, but it worked so well over there. It was such a good backup for having it outside. And we got really good feedback. I think like the restructuring of the format a little to open mic was really successful. Like we had a lot of participation, and people would have kept reading if we went right to 7 o'clock to the minute, and then we could have. I was worried we might have to stretch it a little, but nobody, like I didn't even read, nobody read more than once. It was nice. So, and I got a lot of good feedback from community members about like ways they'd like to expand it or add things on or do more of this and put that, So that was nice to generate some excitement around that. I think that's always been one of my favorite programs that we've done here, and like getting attendance for it has been hard. So I think we've got, the more people who want to like add their own spin to it, the more we increase reach.
And having it the Thursday night before school was out was really good too, because there wasn't a lot of competing stuff happening.
Yeah, the timing, it was obviously good. The weather was so bad. There were people who had planned to come from Manchester that like did not come out because of the weather. So but even so, we had a really good turnout, 38 people there. So next year, Halloween is a Saturday. So, we do the Friday night before Halloween, but that won't necessarily, it's sort of, we'll have to see how, like,
What else is happening?
yeah, if Halloween's a Tuesday and there is school the next day, does the night before still work? I don't know that there's a way to do it besides trial and error, but I think not having it be a competing Saturday or Sunday event definitely worked in its favor.
Probably the inside aspect of it, whether it was bad weather or not, helped because I was in cold on that day and I was freezing all the time.
Yeah.
Probably don't want to have to sit outside for an hour.
Yeah, it's interesting to think too about like, do we just want it to be an indoor event because like having the mic system working over there and having like Karen said, we sit, be comfortable. And then the younger kids when they got bored did just go outside and run around. So there was also like you had some fluidity, and we could do like a story walk through the cemetery and the rest of it. Like if we wanted to kind of do both and not have the whole event be outside. So I think the village has to be open to having that be, if we wanted to have an indoor accessible collaborative thing. We tried really hard to clean up really well, so we got all the glitter off the floor. And we did the old fashioned sensory kitchen, like the peeled grape eyeballs and the boiled brains and stuff. And it was a big hit with the kids, as we knew it would be, but also it was quite a big hit with the adults. And all of the men in town were very, I got my only negative feedback was I did not make the openings large enough for grown men, child or woman sized. And then I had to correct it at the end of the night so that everybody could participate. Very valid. Very valid feedback. So yeah, that was nice. That was fun. And then the update on No Strings is posters have been printed. I'm in the process of like manually hanging them everywhere. Sent it out to the school newsletters. I'll put the billboard out tomorrow, and then we've got 2 weeks. Yeah. Morgan's doing planning puppet program.
We're gonna make scarf marionettes. So they're really easy, so it's just a scarf. We're gonna go to Goodwill and get a bunch of fun scarves. I think I can have some fun with marbles in the hands and then rubber bands and stuff. And then attach them so that it's great for living in money. We'll do some paper stuff too, so little kids can cut out shapes and stuff in paper bags.
And where the timing for that was just an hour before like the show pre-show talk stuff starts. So probably enough to like have it set up and everything, and then because even if we just scoop it all up, I think
And what time is it?
the show's at 2, so then the puppet making would start at 1.
But remember, he does before the show.
But he usually starts that at 2. Like he starts his pre-show stuff at 2.
Always doing it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's built in. To the, and then the other thing in here was holiday closures. We had questions like, are we open or not on Veterans Day? And I realized I don't think we have most federal holidays fall on Mondays, or they're like big holidays like Christmas or something. So I didn't know if we wanted if the board had a preference, like we open as many holidays as possible, closed for all the federal holidays.
Well, we kind of went with, if the school is closed, we close, didn't we?
Right, but I think federal holidays.
Yeah.
People kind of assume that we are. In the past, they've sort of thought that we were closed. So
Well, yeah, we said.
Okay. Including Veterans Day, just closed
Yeah.
for it. It's a weird one because like the schools were closed this year, but they were closed for Development Day. They're not normally closed on Veterans Day.
Yes, they
So
But some of them aren't. Long Trail had school.
Because it's not public school.
in New York, the public schools are always open on Veterans Day. So
No, they weren't open this year.
well, maybe, but this year was professional development. But I taught in New York for 8 years,
Well,
and we were
I
always open
know,
on
I
Veterans
know
Day.
you did, but they were closed because my grandson we went a trip on Veterans Day to New York City, and he was in school, and he didn't miss school. It was a holiday. It was a holiday. So I don't know how long it's been, but I know it's a holiday.
But even if the schools are open and it's a federal holiday, we should close the library, is what we're saying.
Yes.
Okay.
So you're thinking Thursday, so.
So for December closures, I had just marked ahead of time on the calendar Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, Thanksgiving Day, and then the Friday after Thanksgiving, because I have no volunteer who is around that weekend, and it like we'll probably going to have a low traffic Friday, but we'd be open again on Saturday. Yeah, I honestly can't even think of enough because like 4th of July is a big holiday. We've always closed on that anyway.
Right.
So
Yeah.
the actual President's Days are always now moved to the Monday of
Right.
the same for Columbus Day. So and we're never open on Monday anyway, so that's never been
Labor
a,
Days.
yeah,
Monday,
they're all
so,
they're
yeah.
most all the rest of them.
Yeah, I think this makes sense.
Okay, I'll put it on the
Days.
like under our policies on the website, so it just says closed all federal holidays and
Yes.
plus Christmas Eve and those are not federal holidays.
Right.
Yes.
Nobody's gonna come to the library then anyway.
No, not on those, but like, right, like, I don't know, maybe on 4th of July, I don't know who would come, but it's good to just have it posted so that
Oh,
everyone
yeah.
can check.
They were not Christmas Eve. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for sticking out the heat. No heat.
I come in with Griffin and he would only sit here with the one space heater, right, which is valid, but I was like, Griffin, I really need my desk. We made it.
All right,
Yeah.
so we pretty much did spooky stories. So we don't have to rehash that. It was just any feedback.
So just a question, just so that for next year, are we having a good way to be able to go, okay, spooky stories, how did we do it last year? And what were the comments? Do we have?
Yeah, I've been keeping sheets, like the director's report list, but also like what the attendance was, where we did it, like who the presenters were, if we have someone coming in, what the cost of the program was. So there's a running spreadsheet. And I have Stevens from last year for his programs to sort of also see,
Okay.
you know, what his cost breakdowns were and where we're increasing or decreasing. And then my hope is that we have templates for things that we do every year, like spooky stories every year, the egg hunt is every year. So it's kind of just like we already have one bin, it has all the spooky story stuff in it. We just
Right.
take out the one bin.
Right.
We have, you know, we have the
That's
books
kind of what I
already.
was getting at.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, just because
And we're
I
not
feel like,
reinventing the wheel.
right.
Yeah.
I feel like you are keeping track of things. I just didn't know, like beforehand, if you had.
Yeah, Stephen kept really good records as well of whatever he did and had the stuff really well organized. So some of it, like the egg hunt is a really successful program. It doesn't need any tweaking. It's just like spooky stories. It was like, you know, we're moving it inside. We had slightly different decorations. We had slightly different, you know, formatting, but I think a lot of it's just building on what he did and either keeping it going like the egg hunt or trying to expand the reach for spooky stories. So yes, I think that's them.
Is that a yes or a no?
That's enough.
Okay, so that's put on
I
again.
hope to have some time soon.
I know. How about the solicitation letter? Did that go out?
Didn't go out yet.
Or did you, whatever?
Yeah, so I sent it to Jenna. We probably still need to work a little bit on some of the pieces, but I think it's pretty close to.
Yeah.
I think
I think we're gonna do this.
it just needs a couple pieces of data and then for everybody to review it.
Okay, so when do you think we might? be
Well, I
doing
think we should,
this?
if we can get it out first week in December, I think that would be ideal. I don't think that there's much more work to do on it as long as everybody can review after we get those couple pieces.
Okay, I guess we're gonna be trying to,
Are we
Okay.
stuffing envelopes? Is that?
yeah, I mean, how we're gonna, who's gonna actually put it together?
So
Should we-
how big is our
Easier.
list?
There's quite a few. I don't remember how many we printed last year, but a lot came back too. And I don't know if those people were taken off the list, if we kind of went through those and.
I wasn't here for all of December last year, so I don't know about how many were printed or how many were in the list. I do have a stack of envelopes back there that, in fact, most of those were there before I started, so I don't know if Stephen went through. I can go through this week and make sure whoever is on there is removed, or as we're doing it, we can just not, you know, we can see what seems like the more efficient way to do it, to make sure we're not doubling those up.
But I can definitely come down here and whenever we have them ready. So
Because that's what we did.
Yeah.
We came up with some
Yeah.
envelopes.
Yeah.
I mean, so just let us know.
Sometimes it was left
when.
here and you just came as you had some time. Yeah. Any hands?
Yeah, we can do that. We can set up a little station with all this stuff, so Money can figure out what's the best way to do it.
Mhm.
I didn't get it to Jenna till last week, so we're still working through that. So
Mhm.
that's my business.
Okay. So.
So I have company till the 30th.
Yeah, I know, the week of the evenings of the first week in December. I have a couple things going on, but everybody is available on one of those that week or during the day, or we can just sort of do stuff here and enable them so that you can come in whenever works for you. We
I
can do it
know
that
one
way.
back in here was one other person, maybe the what we did, yeah. But indoors that we take, we also send out, you know, divide them up and send them. to-
Yeah, I have an idea on my desk. We do.
All right, so we'll find out, you'll let us all know
Yeah.
what the plan is.
Okay.
Great. No strings. I contacted Barbara again and told her what we were planning saying what we'd like to do. She says, fine, they'd be great. I said, is there anything else you need? And she says, they need to be in at noon. To set up. So, I guess, it's hard to get Kelly in then. So you need to, but we have to set up anyway.
Right.
We have to set up chairs.
Is it, are we gonna be in the way if we're doing the puppet making before? Maybe we should do
You
it
do that in
after.
the back?
And it's a big space, but I
As
don't,
long as the trucks are out.
yeah.
Like they take the trucks out.
Well, hopefully they will, but we've done it before with trucks in there.
No strings with trucks in
I
there?
think so. Never,
No,
okay,
they always
good.
take the trucks out.
Yeah,
No,
I think
because
they
we
always
always
have
have
to
the
move them out,
cookies
because
in the
that's where
back.
the pickles
Right.
are.
Yeah,
Yeah, really.
trucks are always out. That's what I'm saying. You know, we set up a bunch of chairs and then we've got the tables back here with
There's big
cookies and
space back
punch.
there.
And then there's more space there, or you can take some tables, you know, however you feel you want.
I think we can do it at the back without being in the way.
No,
Yeah,
because they're
Yeah,
all,
no way.
they're just setting up in the front.
Right. Oh, you won't be in their way.
Yeah,
No.
that's what I was
Yeah.
wondering.
No,
No,
no, no,
no,
no.
No,
No.
no, that's. All right, so we need people to set up, and I guess you can't set up until Sunday, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So is anybody willing to go down before? Then set up?
Yeah, I'll be down there. I can go down there anytime.
I can probably.
What time do you want to set up?
Well, the show starts at 2. So,
If you're starting at 1, we should be set up before you start.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
So
I'll be
we're
there
not
setting
interrupting
up
you.
my stuff. So, I mean, it's really just a matter of putting chairs out and then putting the food out, right?
you put it in the chairs out. there you
Yeah, we
have
don't
them
put the
come-
cookies out until after.
Yeah.
Oh, right, because you don't want them.
It went pretty quickly last year.
Huh?
it's
Too, it
okay.
Yeah,
went
it
pretty
doesn't take
fast
long.
last year to set up the chairs.
Oh, yeah, if you have a, that's because we had help.
I'll definitely be there. Ryan will be there.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't, as long as we can, remember we couldn't get in last year.
We did though.
Eventually, but we couldn't at first.
Well, I guess you were waiting longer because by the time I got there, we got in pretty quickly.
Well, I ended up calling Brett.
Oh, well. that's
And
right.
in
Well,
the
maybe
meantime,
if we
somebody
ask to
else-
be let in at 11,
Right,
so we can, you know, and if you
We'll be
look
sure to get
down.
in by noon.
Hmm?
Then we'll be sure to get in by noon.
Right. So
Yeah.
if they're not there, they're, you know, if the trucks aren't out by 11, you know, like you're calling it
Yeah,
10 after, and then you can call it 20 after, and they better be out by 11:30. And then set up the chairs, and give you time to set
Okay.
up.
so we want it open
So-
at 11.
Right. So I'll plan to go down at 11. And I will then just go back home. Unless you need help, I'll help with the,
No, I don't think it will. I mean, I don't anticipate a huge number of kids.
Yeah, you never know. All right. And we're expected to donate like a couple dozen cookies for each one.
yes.
And then somebody
And then-
purchases the stuff for
Oh,
the
that-
lunch.
Stuff with punch, yeah.
Even did that first, and you would do the wine punch and ginger ale. It would be thick. I don't know, what do
Or
you,
juice
what
and
did,
juice.
what did we get, the, do we have punch bowl over there?
There's all kinds of
Yeah,
punch bowls
there's
there.
punch bowl.
This one, yes, yeah.
I poured it out, right? I don't know.
Most of the things are labeled in the kitchen there.
Are they locked though? No, Kelly said something about them. Some losing cookie sheets.
I don't know, but I have to go down for the game supper on Saturday.
Okay.
I can find out.
Yeah. We just have that section anyway.
We're talking about Kelly Joe or Kelly,
George.
okay.
Um,
All right, so that takes care of those strings, I think. New business. Every year, we give a holiday gift. We have almost every year. For the volunteers. Would you like to continue that tradition?
Yeah, that's what I was just
Yeah.
gonna say, maybe we could, instead of just saying, you know, like, oh, there's a jar for you, pick it up. Try and set a time. And maybe on a Saturday during open hours or something, and try to get everyone to come and.
Yeah. Yeah, like
We
cookies
kinda
and coffee,
know
well,
where-
they do coffee hour on Saturdays, but do something to make it a little more of like a,
Thank you, yeah.
How many volunteers do we typically?
let's say like 12, but hold on, I have the.
And I will contact Brett if you want to.
Everybody agree with that?
What to make the serve.
Well, 2 new volunteers starting, but 12 so far.
They're gonna be starting before.
But thank you, guys.
Yeah.
I think it's okay to not thank you. guys.
Okay. So the 12,
We can invite them to have cookies, so we have an open thing, but, so 12, yeah.
all right, and then we usually do trustees. And then, cleaning person.
Linda.
Linda, thank you. And Bridget, Doug Armstrong?
We have in the past.
Yeah.
I
There's
delivered his
lawn.
last year.
Okay. Anyone else you can think of that's?
Who's on the list? Is there
I don't-
anybody?
The volunteer list,
Mhm.
Ed George, Rod Crandall, Charles Davis, Pam Milewski, Ali Ryan, Albert Davenport, Sally Savage, Marcy Sukorka, Elizabeth Winters, Carl Yackel, Elijah Watrous, Janet Henschel. And then Linda,
Yeah, okay.
Next on is Ruth. That was how Ruth.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Are
So
you-
when do
you
we
have
want to
them?
do these?
Oh, yeah, we should do that.
When try to. Because I can contact him. I'll do it right after. You want to do it first? Yeah. You get it before.
what are we talking about?
When to do it?
Like for the volunteers?
Yeah.
kind of thing? I mean, Saturday seems the most likely to have everybody be available, right? A lot of volunteers are retired, but not all of them. We're talking about the weekend before.
It doesn't have to be this way.
Yeah, I think that's nice. I mean, people can make it or they can't, you know, there's
Right.
not like, that's gonna be true of anything that we pick.
Well, it might be nice if, as many of us as be
Yeah.
there, just to thank the volunteers, and it's been a rough year.
So we're doing the
I think it
20th?
would be really nice.
Make them something warm to drink.
Cider. So that is after our next meeting, is the 15th. Finalize the.
Not meeting.
We didn't make, we did talk about it. We didn't make any decision.
I thought we did.
I thought we decided not to meet in December.
That's what I had on the notes.
You just said discussed.
No, did I?
That's what it says in the minutes. Because it said discussed. It didn't say we were going to do it.
I thought we had
I
decided
said
that.
email check-in for December instead of meeting. That's, actually, but that's what I wrote down there.
Well, I know we discussed it, yes. And most people
Yeah,
said,
that's what it says. Discussed having email check-in in December rather than meeting. It doesn't say that.
that was in the minute. We got email. Check. Oh, okay. That's discussion. Doesn't say discussion before last.
No,
Here, here.
because, I believe you, but I,
It's,
because, okay, I believe you don't have to see me either. Because when I was looking at, because I always write little things down. And I didn't say that for people. But I said, oh, if I had the minute, I usually go over the minutes while I'm doing my agenda. And I couldn't find the minutes.
Because I didn't send them.
Yeah, discussion happened.
doesn't matter how you interpret that, I guess, but why don't we just decide again?
Well, we can. I don't care what we do.
I think this was in the meeting, but Morgan and I were also saying like, if there wasn't gonna be a meeting, maybe we had an envelope stuffing party and we still met, but whether or not it was televised. So there's, I think, like, do we need to be in person in December? And if so, is it because we have a board meeting, or is it just because we need to get the letters out, or like, what does everybody think is the
Right.
most
We were gonna
useful?
go.
Yeah,
I didn't want to go. It was too busy time of year.
Then that was what we discussed. So I thought that we decided,
Okay,
I did not write down the word decided.
well, yeah. Okay. Well, that's
So
why
we
I-
decided that, so.
I thought.
All right,
that's
so as I interpret it now, there are all of you people who thought we weren't gonna meet in December, correct?
Mhm.
In
I didn't
South
think
End.
about it till today. I got the minutes. So,
Well, I sent them.
Well, that's right, you weren't here.
so whatever it was. Yeah.
Yes.
All right,
Yesterday was yesterday. Today's Monday.
it was a month ago.
I didn't get my handout. Yeah, 'cause so let's take a real vote this time. Who would like to not meet in December as a regular board meeting?
Well, there's
Because we're
nothing that
stepping-
has to be done.
Well, that's it.
Yeah,
We do have to stuff envelopes, so maybe
Yeah.
if we just try to,
I think we just need more flexibility on
Yes.
time. Like the closer we get to Christmas, it is very
It's
hard for
crazy.
me to be out, as I'm sure it is for everyone else.
Mhm.
And
And
Yeah.
that's why I wrote next meeting, December 15th, because I didn't know it was we actually made the decision. Okay, in minutes when I wrote the agenda. All right, so it is now clear to this person, who's the only one it wasn't clear to, we will not have our regularly scheduled meeting in December.
So then do you want to decide on the questions now?
sure.
I have money, a little bit of money left in like the hospitality and programming budget, so I can buy cider, or if anybody has any specific refreshment things that they want. Cookies, stuff, just kind of a spread of stuff for like a cheap, Shaw's does those like fruit platters and cheese platters that are like $30 each, that are really lovely.
I think that would be a nice.
Do a spread,
So what time, for the hours on Saturday,
10 to 1.
10 to 1?
So we could do it during open hours, we could do it before or after. Coffee hour is 9 to 11.
Yeah. We're talking about the 20th.
So what do you think? I mean, what do you think would be best for?
Let's do it over that then. So we're not interfering with anybody, because a lot of people who
Go
are
there.
there.
I'm from there.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, so 11 o'clock on the 20th.
Although they may have just eaten over there, so, but
Ah,
not
right.
everybody. It doesn't matter.
We were
Still
out
need
of food.
cheese.
We were
Yeah,
out of food.
they've been running out of
That's
food
true.
every
So-
week lately, so.
Really?
Yeah.
I have a lovely perk of this job on Saturdays is that John brings over all the leftover food and I get to like take my pick. And so for a while, the end of summer when everybody's here, it was like cakes and platters. And the last few weeks, he just comes with like the coffee canister. It's like, we ran out of food at 10:15. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna start bringing him breakfast for Saturdays.
So 11's a
Okay.
good plan.
All right. And then, so you're gonna be able to,
Yeah, I can can get like fruit and cheese and cider.
I think that sounds good.
I think that's nicer than just
We'll assume people will get their coffee
Having
across
a-
the street if they
Yeah.
want coffee.
sort of tossed your way.
Right.
Their own
You
coffee.
have to find
Yeah,
it. where-
Yeah.
It's on the
fine.
shelf, one shelf. So, okay, all right, that sounds good. I'll get the syrup. Which means I'll need to check to get syrup. So
How much is it?
Kristen, I don't know, up to my call.
Okay.
So, if she can,
Just a blank check.
a blank check.
Okay.
Those are 35.
Well,
Yeah, but he gave,
it might have to give us a discount. Okay. So,
we'll remind him of that.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, your dad used to give us nice discounts.
Every year I've won a gallon
Oh, yeah?
at the wreath sale,
Oh,
like twice now.
nice.
Gallon.
You know, that, but Leanne and Brett always support us with our fundraisers.
They do. Yep, that's true.
Yeah.
So we'll just ask.
I never checked it, but it's behind so many locks. I don't know.
All right. You know what, you can just let me know when you're here someday and I'll run down.
Yeah, I think pick it up. Too.
Okay,
All right. So we have holiday gifts taken care of.
yes. And it's a thank you party at the same time.
Right.
Okay.
I got that, that goes here, so. That goes here. All right, wreaths, we always put wreaths on the front door. So, in the past,
I've got, well, Jane used to get them from a gal in Salem. And then when she left the board, I started getting them because I was getting my own from her too. So I just put in the order for the library. I called up for my order a little bit late. And so she said, yes, I can get you in because you know, you're always doing it. So I kind of had you there. She said, but are you asking for the library too? And I said, you know, we haven't had talked about it. She said, well, if the library wants to get them someplace else, that's fine. So I'm thinking that she's stressed this year. So does anyone know of us?
Do you want to do for the congregational
Okay,
churches
so
doing
that
the
was the
wreath
question,
sale?
was
I
last
believe
year.
they are, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that would be nice if we're supporting.
So
that. She's not on the historical,
No.
she resigned from historical.
no, I know.
Oh, she,
For the congregational.
she's not part of that, but
Okay,
I can
that's
look
good.
it up and
Anyone
see.
connected with congregation?
I just saw a post about the wreath sale.
Yeah, Carrie.
Oh,
Carrie
yes,
posted
Yes,
that.
Carrie, great.
yeah,
Oh, the poster's up?
well, there was a, I need to know, I saw something on Facebook.
December 6th, yes, it's the
December
third
6th.
annual Doty Daily Memorial Wreath Sale. So December 6th, yep.
That's where I win my maple syrup.
Do you want to pick up a couple for the library?
I can do that.
And it says pre-orders and special orders, welcome,
So I'll pre-order.
yeah.
call or text
Yeah.
Jen
Yeah.
or Carrie, so.
Yeah. I'll take care of that.
Okay.
This is December.
They both nice here, just the same.
It's the one that Toby.
Wait, so. I'll take care of that when I get home. Yeah.
Right. Our future planning discussion, we still don't have everybody here.
I don't know. What you guys wanna do.
Well, most of us, yeah. We just,
Did people prepare?
No,
Huh?
they found it.
You're hurting cats.
So, I mean, I guess the
kind of
idea,
brainstorm it all together.
we could, what are we trying to do with this? I think that's something we need to think of first, because right now, it feels like what we really need to be focusing on is how we can improve fundraising and how we can make a case for expanding just general support from the community. So this might be sort of secondary to that, right? Because we need more money to be able to do more.
Mhm.
So to me, that's the primary thing. And then long-term, then we have to decide if we have X, we can do Y and Z. And I feel like we're not quite there yet. The more I've become acquainted with what we're doing. So that's my personal opinion on it. I think it's difficult to create a strategic plan. And I know this isn't, you know, a real strategic plan at this point, but it's difficult to do that without knowing that you have additional resources to be able to make that happen.
So what do we need to do?
Figure out how to make more money.
I think we should go over all of our fundraisers, what's working, what's not, and reevaluate, because obviously some of them have just, they've served their purpose and need to be
Yeah.
refreshed.
Yeah.
And what works for, you know, what worked even 5 years ago is really not still gonna work now. So,
Especially I think going into what could be a very problematic new year
So
for a lot of people.
I mean, if you want to, the next thing we have is the annual appeal. I don't think that there's a whole lot that you can do to change that because it's very, you know, this is what it is, this is what we need. I think we make a little bit more of an argument for needing a larger budget. We could put sort of a goal in there. That might be helpful. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. It really depends on. A lot of times people are taking the letter and putting it in the bin at the post office without even reading it. So I think you need to figure out how to get past that. So that's the appeal letter is what it is. I don't think we really should spend too much time worrying about that other than trying to hone in on the message. After that, what do we have? The plant sale, or is there anything in between the two?
Spring.
Fundraiser?
I think we used to try to plan, well, that would be more programming, like once a month.
I mean, fundraisers.
Yeah,
Well,
Yeah, you're talking
we're talking
fundraisers, right? Yeah.
specifically. So plant sales and
Plant sales next week.
See, we used to have a book sale.
that's
That
That
has to
was
fall.
more work than,
but then we evaluated that and found for the time and effort, it was not paying
Right,
off in any way,
yes.
shape or form. And
yeah, that was in the fall. So the first thing probably is
Spring
the
plant
spring
sale.
plant sale.
So what do we think about that? I mean, look at the numbers. I didn't think it was all that successful. A lot of it might have been the weather. And that's my first year, so I don't really know how that compares to previous years. Is that something that we want to continue to do?
I think that needs a refresh because I think at one time, a lot of people were donating plants.
Right.
And that the people that were doing that have kind of,
And we made a lot of
like, just are
money
not
on
here
what
to
we
do that.
did.
and that,
The perennials?
We got, I think we had probably $60 or $70 that we made from plants that we dug up in our yards.
So the thing is right now,
We have those god awful things that keep growing in my yard.
Yes.
Yep. So I think a lot of people, and they're saying that you shouldn't be having plant sales. Yeah, I was just reading it
Why?
because of the Asian jumping worms.
Yeah.
That I have in a lot of all my flower gardens, not my vegetable gardens, thank God, but
Sorry, my rose
Yeah,
buds is
they
orchard,
do.
and it's
Yeah.
because I bought perennial starts
I
from a
haven't.
plant sale in 10 minutes. It's you buy compost or mulch or anything.
right, yeah,
Yeah.
mulch could be.
Because the
Right.
eggs come in and then,
Mhm.
so.
Yeah, so
I
they're
bought it
saying
around
we
and I
shouldn't
did it.
we shouldn't do that, we can do a plant sale, and I think part of the plant sale, we might not make a lot of money, it doesn't take a lot of work. But I think it's just kind of, I don't know, I think that's kind of what we've done. And I don't know, maybe we turn it into a plant pie or plant, you know, I mean, like, we do.
If we don't do the plant sale, then what do we want to replace it with instead? Like,
Yeah,
what's the
right.
spring fundraiser and how does it like, be rebranded or reimagined?
maybe a type of like the raffle was successful
We
at
did do
Christmas
we've done
time,
a
maybe do
raffle.
something going into summer.
We've done a raffle.
I don't know, we should maybe think about that and everyone has an idea.
A mud
In January
season
when we
mud
meet, like,
wrestling
solidly.
fundraiser.
And what?
Mud wrestling and mud season.
Okay. I think I'm traveling that weekend. Um, But, so a friend of mine has a lot of quilts, and she said she would be willing to donate a quilt for us to do as a fundraiser. Is that something we want to do? And if we do that, I mean, I feel like it's gonna require all of us to be selling raffle tickets, and it's not gonna be a, you know, have to set it out like 3 or 4 months, so in the drawing, we could
Maybe it starts at
maybe
the
we
egg
could
hunt
start it in
or earlier.
start in okay, I was thinking, is it better to try and sell in the winter or in summer?
Well, now, it's
Yeah.
when you're cold.
But I mean, I think we need to sell tickets for a few months.
Yes.
You know, so that you can
Yeah.
do that and then have the drawing at an event. So maybe the drawing could be at the
At the
plant
plant
sale, or it could be,
I think you need more than, we need to come up with what the items are, so. They, over across the street, they had a, you know, a really good turnout for the basket raffle, but we don't wanna do the same thing,
Right.
right? So we have to figure out something else that's sort of our own thing that we could do. So.
Everybody does that.
How did your bingo go? Did you guys raise money from your bingos?
The first one we raised more than we did the second time, because it was, I think the Greg one brought in more people. But we had,
What?
1,000.
Bingo's a pretty easy thing, right? It
I
wasn't.
mean, it cost up front.
Yes.
You know, we spent several $100s buying all the supplies and the.
But you made 1,000 on top of what you spent, or
Well, we
gross
bought, the
1,000
first
minus
time we
what you
did it,
spent?
we went nuts and bought way more. We already did, so the second time we didn't have to buy anything, or sort of evened out, but that was, no, we have a spreadsheet that has like expenses versus the income. So I have to look at it. But this time our total income, because we didn't have much out, was $1,000.
I think we'll check some of the listservs and ask to what have been the most successful fundraisers for some of the smaller libraries. Because it's so varied by demographic, like what brings in money in one town, even if it's small, but it's what, you know, it's like, it's gonna be so different, but maybe I can get some good feedback. I know Sarah had brought up
Winhall
bingo
does
a
some
while
small, like the guy, you know, bake sale type things, and they bring in a pretty okay amount of money. I see that. Yeah, and they're small.
so maybe, we should put down bake sale at voting. So that's something, it just takes, you know, if you wanna make phone calls and people.
That
and-
was
and
very
says- And you
successful.
don't put a price on it, you just put the jar there. And people donate very nicely. So I think we should definitely put that, I feel like we always forget about it until it's too late to do it, so.
Yeah, I look like you found March, his suggestion.
Yeah. So, do you want me to get a quilt? And if people gonna be willing to, I mean, you can make $1,000.
Because it's, yeah, you know, it costs us.
Right. So it might be a matter of, you know, I get Saturdays, and I can take rotation and be over there every Saturday. Somebody, and then
We did that, when we did that with the buckets.
yeah. But I'm willing to talk to her about that. I like tickets. People do, yeah. All right. We've talked about this many times.
Quite generous. So that's quite generous.
Mhm.
There's a lot of time and
Yeah.
material.
It's a lot of, yes, they're not cheap. People think,
No.
oh, you made it yourself, it's cheap. Well, fabric is $10, $12 a yard now.
Where you can get it.
Yeah. All right. So then there's,
Daughter did. She took
uh,
lessons.
Modern
Using the big
Woodsman.
machine.
Do you guys know what Modern Woodsman is?
Bingo.
They do bingo. So what that requires is, and they let any organization.
It's a little bad.
It's been a long time.
hopefully.
So you send 2 people? It's like Sunday afternoon, but I think
Thursday,
you have to sign up like for a couple of different times. And you get. Or is it
Wait,
50% of the profit or
well,
something?
no, what, because they just did it, my daughter-in-law just did bingo for something. And she went on Thursday night, I think. You have to have 2 people,
Mhm.
it's really simple.
It's very
and-
simple.
And what they, but it's time consuming, because you're there from till 10 o'clock on Thursday night.
Okay. What time do you get?
Start. 6, 7. What you do is they have these tickets they sell when they have intermission and before, and all you do is sell these tickets. And they're not the bingo tickets, they're something else. And they kind of sell themselves.
Hmm.
People just say, I want some, and you just go and give it to me, take the money, or whatever, and you get, and then a week later, you get whatever they made on these tickets. And sometimes you get part of it because somebody else is also there that night.
Right.
And I don't, it used to be you had to be Saturday and Sunday, no, Thursday and Sunday. Because
I think I remember a Sunday, Sunday night.
I think, and it's the same thing, but you have to have 2 people each time. Because I did it for the library one time, I did it before I was on the board.
Mhm.
And the big thing is they take bingo very, very seriously. And you have to make sure you're not in their line of vision.
So all you do is sell bingo tickets for the bingo people?
No,
Yeah,
they're not.
well-
They're other kind of tickets.
Modern Woodsman is an organization in Wells, Vermont. And those are just a big auditorium,
hall.
big hall. People are sitting in their tables and their chairs, so it's just, and so they just need people going up and down these aisles selling these tickets.
Is it like a 50-50 raffle kind of thing?
I can't
I don't
remember.
Pretty
know how
much.
it works.
I think
I
so.
think it's something like that. It's
Yeah.
right, and then you get like half.
They do have a very large following of
It's
It's
crazy.
very
people doing
dedicated bingo play.
people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
But any organization that's willing to send people, because they need people to do this,
you have to be a nonprofit or something.
right? Not, yeah, not.
Like the fire company goes.
The fire company goes regularly.
The school, Meadow we used to do, I want to say, the 6th grade trip, I feel like maybe parents had to
Maybe.
work a bingo. I
They may
think.
have, because and so you contact them and, you get a bingo, but you have to commit to supplying these people. And that's what happened to us one time is we couldn't get the people. And then they weren't happy with us.
So
But
yeah, I
it's
think you
not
have
a
to
hard
commit to
job.
so many times. Maybe it's 4 times in 2 months or something like that.
Yeah.
So,
So should we reach out and see if they will do?
I mean, is anyone? I mean,
And would we have
2,
people
4,
to work?
6,
I mean,
8. I mean, if it's 2
I
people,
would do it.
So
The
everyone
question
takes
is
one
if it's
shift.
worth it, that's all.
Yeah.
If it's worth it to us.
Well, you get like $500-600 for these tickets. That's all you have to do.
and if you
And
do
be
it
there.
4 times,
I mean, you don't
it's a
have to-
couple $1,000s.
I mean, that sounds like less work for us than.
Yeah, I mean, it's
No one
one
has not sold on this.
Well, you
plan
are
yet.
working.
I stood out in the rain for a
I
while.
know,
I'm sorry. I was trying to
Trying
sell it.
read a book.
I think the plan scale is too weather dependent.
Yeah.
And if the weather
You know,
is
I finished my
bad,
book when I
which
was,
so often is in early May,
Yeah. You lose.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
we did
that's
not make
happened
a lot of money on that. We didn't.
more often in the past few
No,
years.
we didn't make a lot of money, but also we went back over the last 3 years of plant sales and they make, it consistently makes the least of any fundraiser. So it was a bad weather year, but it's never been like a high performing fundraiser. But
I think if people like it and
I'm
we
gonna-
want to do it as a
I
community
know
event, we
somebody-
just need to make sure we do it.
I'm gonna ask a
Right.
friend at school. So you want me to ask Karen about, because she's a member of Modern Woodman,
Why don't you
and
ask
she,
her
and she
get all
works
the-
bingos all the time.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'll ask Karen.
I think it's worth us doing a bingo too, because people do seem to like it, to try, just try it and
Yeah.
see what happens.
Where
Our
would,
own bingo,
Oh, okay.
because I think we really should be doing more collaboration with them anyway. Because we are are already doing collaboration with them, and we're right across the street, and it makes sense.
And if we have to do that, that's interesting thing that we could always ask. in the future. I think. So should
Why didn't
Esther-
you bingo?
So do they
at
do
one
bingo
day?
over there? Is that what you're saying?
No, but I'm saying
That we
they're
can
looking for
use
new
the
ways to do
space,
things too, so if we split it, if we did it together, combined our forces to, you know, reach out to new audiences, that would benefit all of us.
They do a singo also, which are very popular.
What?
Bingo, like different musical versions of bingo. There's like a bunch of different, so it's like a different twist on. Look at a bunch of different ideas. We can talk more about that out of the meeting too, since you're doing their planning stuff for them too, and think about, because that's a good winter. We don't really have like that big stretch of winter, but like February, March is a great time for a bingo indoor event, right?
You know, and maybe that's like finding smaller fundraisers throughout the year rather than bigger one and just, yeah. But I agree. I think the plan sale needs to change.
Yeah, and if it's a smaller fundraiser and it doubles as a program too, like it's like a fun thing people can do and it brings in money, then even if it doesn't bring in as much money, it serves a double purpose versus like people might stop by the plant sale, but it's not like an event in and of itself.
Yeah,
It
people
has to
don't
kind of
mingle.
prove that it's gonna pay as a fundraiser.
I think the mums and pies works well, especially because we do it at the same time as the basket raffle, so I think we should continue to do that. Maybe, yeah. More pies, but I think it would be.
Yeah.
I thought we did pretty well with pies this time. We did.
Yeah,
like fast
We did, but there were
they
some
do. I
people
mean, as soon
looking
as
at the end.
right, at
so-
the end. there are people-
I think we would sell as many pies as
As
we
we
could
have.
get
Right.
because the
Mhm.
pricing is so great and everybody likes the homemade pie.
And you can buy one this week and then you can buy another one. And yeah, it's not like a thing.
Yeah.
People were always
Yeah.
buying them. It's not like you only need one to go.
Mhm. And September 12th is the basket raffle. For planning purposes.
Do the mom sale in September.
Really?
We did it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Didn't we do the
Yes.
20th, 21st?
I think so.
So the conversation from us from last year was the timing for the mums. If the basket raffle is before the mums are ready. we can't. Mums will be ready. That was like,
Yeah, that's an issue.
that's the planning thing.
It doesn't have to be the same day, but I think it works really well if it is. 'cause
Only
you get
1
more
week
people.
before the 12th versus the 19th.
So they. I'm just saying, because the mom, well, last year, I don't know when we did it. Last year, because the moms were really open last year. I think that's why we bumped it up a week. I think the idea of having them closed this year, it lasted a long time.
I still have some on my back porch.
Yeah.
The ones at the Dorset Library still look good.
Yeah,
They're
they're
still good.
But the
That
earlier
was
you
at one
get it,
time though.
as long as the moms are available.
Right.
Anything else?
Are you talking about raffles? We want to just do a quilt raffle, or do you want to do other items too? And
I think it's possible to do other items, then why not add to it that if we can, like maybe something, you know. More quilts, more indoors, something outdoors, I just, the more we have to market, the better, right? Like
so they don't have to be comparable
value.
value.
We get like $5 per ticket for the.
A lot.
Like $5 a ticket for the quilt and, you know, something lower for other items.
No, I was thinking, like, if we had 3 prizes, then the 3 should be all equal, because if
It'd be
Well,
easier, or I
that's
should
right,
have to have
but-
3 different, yeah,
you know, like a few
Right.
$100 and
Right.
you only have something that's worth $50.
yeah, no, you can, yeah.
Well, no, I guess, wait a minute. Yeah,
Just color code them, so.
Yeah, you'd have to
can
color them.
So maybe you have a $2 ticket and a $5 ticket for.
Yeah.
I mean, you can start with just one item and see
Yeah.
how it goes.
All right. Yeah, and I guess the biggest, yeah, would be to see.
Well, didn't we do that raffle about a year ago, 2 years ago? Or something from Authentic Designs?
Yes.
Yeah, it was a
It was something
fixture, he
like that.
donated a
They
couple of
gave us-
fixtures.
But they gave us that for something else.
They gave it to us.
Remember? And she
We
put it
used
in
to
for-
do a raffle at Christmas time
Mhm.
and it was very successful, but the problem one of the board members at the time insisted that it be a winner take all raffle. We had a number of items
Yeah.
and
Oh,
only
wow.
one person could win everything. And that was very, people
wouldn't
obviously didn't,
Yeah,
that was a tough sell
yeah,
because,
Yeah.
so.
The
he
tickets
wants
were
more
cheap,
chances to
but-
win.
Exactly,
they
it was
wanted
a
more
really nice
chances to
variety of
win.
items,
Mhm.
but
Yeah, yeah.
there were many complaints, but she sort of was like, I won't do this if we don't.
And she
do
sold
it
a
all at
lot of
once, but
tickets.
Yeah, she's so.
She sold a lot of tickets.
Yeah.
And she got a lot of prizes too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we can ask for a donation from Authentic Designs, and that's probably, fairly similar to the quilt in value.
Yeah.
Then we could find something else and maybe have 3 items that are similar in value, and then we bypass the issue of different price tickets, and we just see what works. I think auctions and raffles can work really well if you have good stuff. And bingo's fun. I like bingo. If we can get, somebody who's fun to do
Right.
bingo, especially to be the caller.
Mhm.
But you still want me to ask?
Yeah, you need a performer.
Yeah. All right, so you're gonna do
But the
that
guys
this week.
work really well because.
I'm gonna ask the
Okay.
member.
Okay.
Like what I have to do, I have to kind of,
Drag bingo brunch.
I mean, I'd go.
I used to think of it.
Mimosas?
Like, sign me up.
Brunch, you have to have
Fantastic.
Sheila and I went bingo.
Yeah.
For our church one year. And we were selling other tickets, 'cause they sell these other tickets, like, when people were playing bingo, but come up for these other tickets too, I don't know what they were for. And one guy was telling us how to count money. Sheila says, "Son, I've worked for the bank all my life and she does math. Oh, I guess you don't need anything to go through." It was funny. We had a good time though.
Yeah, it's usually, I mean, the people are really nice. Yeah.
We should definitely do the election bake sale though, because
Yes.
that was very profitable.
Yes.
And
No work.
no,
Well,
Yeah.
And
We
it's
always
like
make something.
town meeting day
Yes.
election, so when does that
It's
fall
always
in the,
March.
it's in
First
March, right?
Tuesday in March.
first Tuesday.
What about at the town meeting? Can you do it at the actual town?
It didn't work. I think we tried that. Somebody had something down there.
We used to try to,
Last year, or
like,
the year before,
someone had, was cooking. hot
they had
dogs
it
or
down
something.
there and it did not work. Nobody bought it.
No, okay.
I was there. I know nobody bought it. I don't know who was doing it, but.
So if we can set up a calendar, I mean, I try and put in like what any programs that you have got going on, and then any fundraisers. I mean, I think that's what we should, can maybe try and think about it for the January meeting and try and plan out the year and.
I like that idea I can make a shared calendar. Does everybody use a Google Calendar? Is that shared format? And we can color code it, so like programs are one color and fundraisers are another color, and you can the blocks, like what Right now, they're just lists, like, it's just like, you know, whatever, this, but it's harder to see the spacing for that, so like, yeah. Cut it out, so it's like, and see how frequently they fall.
I think another thing that would be good for us to do is to just think about the program and try and everyone think of programs that will bring people in. You know, just thinking of a couple that we've done that were really well accepted. We had a cheesemaker come in. The place was packed. A couple guys came in and talked about how you make maple syrup. You know, and that brings in.
Does
Like,
make,
huh?
huh?
Remember when my sister goes thing people?
Oh, I
That's
sure
bad.
do. I sat right
Yeah.
there.
To go.
And that had
But I
been
mean,
canceled.
She talked
and
to
it was
me. Erica, she
I
talked
remember
to
that.
me.
postponed and it was still packed.
We can just kind of.
So any programs that happened before Sweden have no records of. There's no, like, Pat has like handwritten notes.
Yeah.
In the very back of cabinets, sometimes I come across them, but pretty much the in between. So if there are like the cheesemaker, other people who came in like were like pre-Stevens tenure, yeah, if anybody remembers, like,
Unfortunately, 2020 to 2022,
Yeah,
there wasn't
there's
really.
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then I think pre-2020, everybody's notes were kind of handwritten,
Right,
so they
anyway.
haven't
Yeah.
made
We
it
didn't
to
do it.
2025.
Yeah.
And it wasn't online, so it's not like if I went back through the Instagram and the Facebook, like, oh, but like those posts just started posts,
Yeah,
right? So, track down
I mean,
what
having
was here.
different. And I think it was right before COVID, and she said that, yes, she is an herbalist and makes, you know, tinctures and all that stuff. I mean, just like if anyone knows anyone like that.
A community does that. She's done programs for some. She owns that Trifolium Farms that does the honey.
Oh, really?
Jennifer Ryan that French. She does like they do honey and then she does like herbal honeys for different things, but she
Right,
also
yeah.
came in with other herbs that we did a living off the land program for that community book together. And so she's real.
Sarah.
Something Carly was that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brambleberry.
Yeah,
Well, you know,
one.
I talked to her about that. Because that
We did,
was-
we
that
did,
was-
we had somebody came down and kind of, when we did pumpkin carving, you brought your own pumpkin. And then she kind of said, well, this is how, that's where I learned that.
Had
I
all
had to cut off
kinds
the
of,
bottom and have the top.
Yeah. Stencils and stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about like that.
We
would be-
did felting one time. I can't remember who did that though.
Hmm.
I came down and tried that too.
Yeah,
That's
anybody who
fine.
has, who like knows people or has people to recommend, and
But I
reach
don't.
out to them. More programs that other people host that I don't have to create and then post and put on.
Yeah, well, these, you know,
More
these
efficient.
people.
Years
They're
ago,
four-
Vermont
four
Kitchen
down me
Supply
one
did a
time, too.
chocolate chip cookie contest,
Okay.
and you would bring 2 dozen chocolate chip cookies. 1 dozen was to sample and be judged, and the other dozen people could buy.
Right.
And if you sponsored like a bake, I participated in the Hildy apple pie contest, and
Okay.
that was the fall festival. There was a ton of people,
Yeah.
and then they cut up the pies for dessert. You had to pay a fee to get in, and I mean, that would be pretty like in the middle of March.
Right,
How about
yeah.
a chocolate chip cookie contest and local bakers? Then you can judge it, and then people can buy cookies. I mean, yeah.
Because I'm like, you use these things.
like you might not make a ton of money, but the output would be
Yeah, you get
Minimal.
people who wouldn't necessarily have
People
come here
come-
otherwise.
See,
Yeah.
that's what I think we have to reach those people. I think we have to come up with those kind of programs.
I like that idea.
I,
For
I
a lot of
that's a-
reasons.
that's a-
yeah, I think that would be really fun. Like all ages could participate, and
Oh, John,
it just
Hildy
would be fun.
something.
Pelton,
won the J.K. Adams apple pie one.
yeah.
He was- Told everyone about that for years. So now when he comes, whenever he makes a pie, well, I was like, did John Pelton make a pie? So, yeah.
Oh, word.
Doing something.
Yeah.
People used to ask for it. You could always tell it says the top crust. Of course, it's air down here, but the
Yeah.
top crust is way up.
All right, so that's everyone's homework is to think about,
Brainstorm.
bring a good program, a person that can. do it.
So this person here, that was a good program.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, and $420. So, I
I
mean,
know it's expensive.
yeah, it's, and the, when we have the monthly programs, like game night every month and Coca doesn't cost anything, but trying to do, you know, engineering, STEAM programming on Saturdays and stuff, it just eats in, like, let's say just $50 a month, but it chips away at that 3,000. So those $400 one-off programs, it's like maybe we can do 2 a year if we're really, you know, careful. But if we got people coming who are 100, 150, you know, like in a much lower range, we could do more programs.
I know that we went to a bunny yoga one time that Hop on Home did when I was at Wilton Mall. So fun, bunnies and yoga. I would pay to see baby goats and
Oh,
like
yeah.
baby
I
goat
heard
yoga.
that.
No,
I just not love that.
And so much of the presenter fees for those programs too, it's distant. So it's like the program from Lids is $200, but then it's another $220 because they have to drive 2 hours each way to get here, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, if there's somebody who lives 15 minutes away with goats, like, who is willing to do a program,
Thing.
their the cost is going to be much, even if like the base cost is the same, right? Yeah, I think, and like no strings, it's like our most expensive thing, but it's we do it once and we plan for it. So if we did like one bins level thing plus no strings and then a lot more local or like cheaper in whatever capacity. That would be great. I would love to have something every month with a balance between like the really big things like the event, but also just like a smaller.
This Jungle Zoo experience too, they're great.
What?
The Jungle Zoo experience in Granville.
Oh, they bring reptiles.
Did they bring reptiles?
Yeah, Fox went to a birthday party where they had reptiles. They had a armadillo and a couple of snakes.
Snakes.
And
They're rather large.
yes,
Were you there?
pretty cool.
Did you
I have
have?
pictures.
They're
Pictures.
I don't do snakes.
really cool. Have you
Yeah.
been in your
Pretty
down
cool.
there? It's very
No,
neat.
I-
All
I've
the
been by a
animals.
million times.
Turtle, they had a turtle.
Yeah. They have emu,
Emu's awesome.
capybaras, otters, cockatoos, large
Kiwis.
tortoise, zebra, camel, the reptiles, turkeys, baboons, and lots of foxes, and they're all rehabbed, so
Yeah.
it's not like creepy zoo. Like they're
Right.
very well cared for. The people that run it really care about the animals, and it's very small, but it's really neat, accessible.
Having a
I thought
reptile
that
program here would be easy, I would
Anything
think.
with live animals is going to be really successful too. That's like
Yeah. It would be a big draw.
Make sure we have reptile books.
The little emu
yeah,
skipping around.
yeah. Yeah, and that's a good idea. I mean, like any program we have books.
I think we need to make sure we have Stinky Cheese Man with us when I have.
Oh, yeah,
several
for that.
copies of it too. Yeah, for the, yeah, so things like that, just to make sure that the kids know that they're.
Oh, push that book now.
What will
We
be
have a
that?
book.
Stinky Cheese.
Oh,
It's called The Stinky Cheese Man and Other Fairly Stupid Tales. There are a couple of them, there's some subs. But, they were a big hit and
They definitely made them out better because Amanda does a Fractured Fairy Tales month in January. We do the John Cheshire art tales. So they'll have read that with her. But yeah, put all its books around.
so have you exhausted that for tonight?
we'll think of other things, but that's a good list, I think, to start with.
So apparently our cleaning lady is going to be done.
Yeah, did she reach out to anybody else? She just left a note on my desk.
Andrea told me when I was talking to her, and she said, oh, by the way, she was in here, and so I hear you're losing her. And I said, well, it's the first I've heard of it. And she said, well, that's what she said to me, that she can't do it anymore. And I said, oh, well, maybe she's contacted somebody else, but
Did she, oh, she just left a note. in the
She
chat.
also know what her last invoice, just saying this would be my last one. I don't know if she, like the last few times I've seen her and talked to her, she just hasn't been feeling great either. It's hard, it's a lot of hard physical work, so, I mean. I don't think it's like she hates the library.
Oh, no.
No,
I think it's,
think she
No,
likes
no, I think
getting
it's.
yeah. But yeah, so I guess, I don't know if that's the town has to find a cleaning person for the building, or we find a clean, I don't
I
know.
think it's us.
I think it's us also, because we're the one that pays her.
Right, yeah. And I don't know what historical.
She also doing this?
Not
I don't know.
anymore, so she used to. and
She
I don't think
did,
she
okay.
has for a while.
Yeah.
So I don't think I have anyone.
Do we have any ideas on the replacement? Who's cleaning, who's cleaning the doors? What is she
I don't
charging?
think she's, because I asked about the historical society, is looking for somebody and she has too many, she has 1,000 different jobs. And making honey and farming and all kinds of stuff.
Who cleans the town office?
No idea.
We could ask Andrea.
We do an advertisement on.
We'll have to.
What are the hour, like, what was the, just to, I saw anybody to ask, what are the hours for this,
Well,
like,
she came, I think, 1 hour every 2 weeks.
so
It's
pretty,
very fun.
Yeah, I mean, pretty easy to.
Yeah.
It would definitely just, you would fit it in around your, we're already having a cleaning job, but,
And she came on Saturday, right? Or Sunday.
I mean, she came when the library was closed, so
Yeah,
I don't know, probably Sundays usually. It wasn't always. I mean, she writes the dates on her invoice, but I didn't memorize what they were,
Yeah.
and I think usually on Sundays.
Well, I know she was here one night when way back when Paul was here. Paul and I were having a conversation. She was just finishing
Oh,
her
that
work.
Paul.
Yeah.
Did I see an ad down at the German store for cleaning person? Looking for jobs.
We can put it on
Pretty
front porch
tough-
forum.
pretty
too,
tough
and
sell.
advertise for it.
That's a tough sell to get
on
somebody
the
for
forum.
an hour.
Yeah, unless they just want to.
how much do
Is
we
it-
pay?
$25.
25.
I think it's 25 an hour, I think it's 50 a month.
I think that's
Yeah.
what it is too. You're not saying anything.
There are people like on the Manchester Community Forum and places that are starting up new cleaning businesses that are always looking for clients.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Have her rate on the.
No,
timesheet,
the
it's just
problem
the number
is-
of hours.
Yeah, we
don't
are
have
okay.
65 an hour.
It used to be easy because of somebody writing down, that's kind of an easy, so you come 2 miles down the road, clean. But nobody wants to travel a distance to work 1 hour
Right.
Yeah, it
every
would
2
be
weeks.
great if like whoever cleans the post office or the town office and they're already like a
Right.
mile away, who wanted to do an
Exactly.
extra hour every couple
So
of
let's
weeks.
find out. All right. Were there any thank you notes that you got this month?
We got one donation check from a foundation. So I don't know if we send the.
From Salem?
I don't remember. I gave a check to Kristen, so I don't, it was. I don't remember. It wasn't a foundation I've heard of before and it listed the members. And I
Do you
didn't
know how much it
recognize
was
anybody's names.
About
A couple hundred,
how much?
a couple $100.
They had some labs.
Phantom Labs?
Yes,
Comes
yes,
through.
Yes.
yes.
We get that.
That's from the.
Yeah, we do a thank you note to them.
Okay,
Yes.
and it goes like to Phantom Labs.
Yes.
Or like
That's
individual, okay,
Is-
yeah, so that one, I can write that up.
And then we're gonna, we're doing executive session right now.
Yeah, so, do we end the meeting?
Hey,
Wait a minute.
Oh, I have one
So
more
we're
thing,
not
too.
having a meeting in December. And because January is on Luther King Day, we're doing it January 12th, I think. And I may be wrong,
That's what you said.
but it's,
19th is Martin Luther King.
so we're doing it the week before.
Was I just popped my head for fundraising, which I think we really, really need to do. I think we need to have t-shirts and tote
Oh.
bags and just have them for sale at every event. Like we can get them made, they're not gonna go bad, and we just try and have them readily available, because that's extra income. And
So when we do the budget for next year, so we built in like a line item that's just, we order merch and we have that process, like,
Yeah, you can do it that way, or you can set up an online store, so you can have a certain number here, like you have 10 or something like that here, and if people want a different size, they can order them on demand.
I think like in terms of just the initial, like, we're gonna start doing it, we're gonna do tote bags and t-shirts, like,
Yeah, we need to have a budget for ordering them, but then we have to make sure that we can sell all of them so that it doesn't become a loss.
just, because if whatever minimal amount is, but I think we can actually move them if we just bring them out at every fundraising event, and eventually they'll.
Well, maybe that's a contest you could do too for the kids
Design
Yeah.
to
contest.
design the picture
Yeah.
on it.
T-shirts.
You do that. Mr. Bowman's.
Morgan, did you were talking about incentives for gift levels?
Yeah.
Can you-
Sorry about that. Yeah, so we were talking about the appeal letter and some ways that maybe you could get people to give, and maybe it's that you have that they'll give monthly gift of $10, $25, or whatever it is. And then at a certain level, if they pledge to give at that level, or just give a certain amount, they get the t-shirt. So it would be that. I don't think we have the infrastructure to do it for this year, but we could do it for next year. So if we do a contest, pick a winning design, put it on the t-shirt, start selling it, then at the end of the year, you can say, hey, you want your own library t-shirt, live at this level. Outside of the envelope, we can put a sticker that says, would you like to win a t-shirt, or would you like to get a t-shirt?
Win a t-shirt.
Not win, but would you like to get a t-shirt for your donation, something like that, that entices people to open the envelope and not throw it away. Got all about that, thank you.
January 12th. All right, so, but we have to have a motion to go into executive
Wait, I
session.
had one more thing of, Stephen and I had to talk about our popcorn machine that's been on kind of permanent loan, and we wanted to know if you guys wanted to buy it from us. It's $300 when you got it. I thought that was fair.
Let me check what's left in my.
It could be next year too. Well, we're here, because next year we borrow it from you, just, that'll be the last year we borrow it from you.
Okay.
But the only other thing is that, Red Sox borrows it from us once a year for a thing, so that would be, let them know if you're okay with loaning that. But we loaned to, you started, and you don't use it.
Yeah, no, I was,
Cause you use it, right?
we use it for every game night, yeah, and we used it for student stories
So
and stuff too.
we mulled it over, we talked about, how much you felt for it, and we got some sizes for it. It's so beautiful, it's in condition.
It's used.
$50. We got a big giant one now, so we don't need it anymore, but that's we were doing the circus thing, so we can borrow it one more time, but then we don't have to borrow it back. We borrow it for Halloween, just for the prop, we don't use it.
We'll haggle with the board about the pricing, but as
Yeah, I
is
think it's-
acquiring the popcorn.
So he said, at the end when we got it, I looked in the prices, they're still around that for buying new one, and It's been here, like I said, we haven't used it. Part of that for the, into the sounds in the basement.
I think it adds a lot to our events to be able to have people like popcorn. I personally, before starting at this job, would often attend Dorset Library events purely because I knew there would be popcorn there for free. And if I had to go to a children's event with my annoying children, which still on recording,
Yeah.
I was like, like, well, but there'll be popcorn up there. So
Perhaps we could be selling popcorn for $1 a bag at events, and that machine can pay for itself.
yeah, I think at certain events we certainly could.
Yeah, no, honestly,
Or
yeah.
just even, just put a donation cup or something.
Yeah, we do that at gaming, and we do generally when we have people who come to programs that aren't like the same people who run all the programs in town. We do really well with people getting donations, so that's always good.
Okay, make a motion to adjourn.
I think we still have, to adjourn until we have to, until we come out of executive session.
All right, I make a motion to go into executive session, so then we shut this off and then go back, then we just turn it on.
Well, I think our meeting time is gonna expire. That's all.
Okay.
But
All right, so
why don't I just shut it off, and then if we can get back into the meeting, we will.